Hello, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. I am most active on Instagram. I do have Facebook, that's mainly for the shop, and I've got a website, so everything is listed down below. Well, welcome to this week's vlog. I can't believe it's 8 days ago since the last time I filmed. It feels like forever. But it's nice to be back, and I would also just like to say thank you for everybody who watched Vlogtober and for all the lovely comments. That means a lot to me, and it's nice to know that people are watching and enjoying. So yes, we're looking forward to December. But yeah, so this week, well, what have I been doing this week? Oh, well, actually it is Monday. This is Monday, so the vlog's going to go up on Tuesdays. Each Tuesday now. It's been a busy week, but I don't have a lot to show for it, I'm afraid. Oh dear me. I've basically been machine embroidering frogs for Adele because she's had a couple of conventions on, and there is a big one this weekend. Now, I don't know how many frogs she's expecting me to make, but I'm going to do my best. So this evening I am going to stitch out, I don't know, maybe 8 if I can do it. And I did say to Kevin last night, you know, because he keeps saying to me, we need to make more, you need to make more, they're going. So I said, yes, but you need to help. Oh dear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to embroider. I will cut the frogs out, take the stabiliser off the back, and then Kevin is going to turn and he's going to stuff them for me. So this should be interesting because it's not something he's ever done before. And then I can just sit down and stitch them up on the back, well, at the bottom, just a little bit over the week. So I might actually get more done because I must admit all the stuffing and the turning and the hand stitching, it takes a toll on my hand. Now it is aching a bit, or it has been. So it's had a few days off now. So I'll be raring to go. So what I will get filmed this week, ready for next week, who knows. But anyhow, I have done some things this week. So I hope everybody's had a good week, and I hope you are managing to get some crafting done. Yes. So I think what I'll start off with is I've made a couple of purchases. Now, I have taken down my autumn display in the kitchen and off the china cabinet. I must admit, it's, as you'll have seen if you watched Vlogtober, it wasn't Halloweeny, it was autumn, and I had intended on leaving it up for at least another week. Excuse me, I've got a bit of fluff on my face. But I just decided this morning, I thought, you know, I'd rather put everything away. It looks a bit bare now on the kitchen windowsill and in the hall, but never mind. And I wanted to see sort of what decorations I'd got for Christmas. Now, summer and spring and autumn, I have a nice selection now. So each year, I don't really have to make or buy anything, but you know, if something catches my eye when I'm out and I think that would look nice, I will buy it or make it. But when I come to look for what I'd got for Christmas, thinking, oh, I'd got some things there already, I haven't got anything. I've actually got 2 crocheted tomties that I had for Christmas last year off a couple of friends. That's all I've got. There's nothing else. I've got no cross stitch, no cushions, nothing. So I'm like, it's a good job I put the decorations away, because otherwise it had to be in December and I'd have had to rush. Anyhow, I went to Tesco's on Friday with Adele, got a couple of decorations, and I've got these. I think these were £3 something each, but they look like they're needle felted. but the little cord at the top will just slide out of the head, and these well, they actually stand up quite nicely, and they are a perfect size for the tea tray. So it's going to be quite a mixture of different things on my tray this year. So I've got 2 tomties, I've got a penguin, I've got a reindeer. I think these are really nice. What else have I got? Oh, I started making a couple of cushions last night because I sort of know what size of cushion I need now. And basically it was just what scraps I've got in my sewing room. So the first one, now I've not stuffed this yet, it's just partly done. I ran out of stuffing last night. It's just a little one with the trucks on. Trucks, no, the cars. The cars. Lovely this is. I love this fabric. And yet, it wasn't popular in the shop. Nobody seemed to like it. And I put it online last year and it all went. I went off the website. Everybody loved it. I think it's fabulous. I just wish I could get some more, but no. So the second one is going to be a Snoopy one. Now, I like that. It's funny, really, because when I was in Tesco's the other day with Adele, there's a lot of Snoopy Christmas things around, like t-shirts and pyjamas and things like that, which I was surprised at. So obviously Snoopy is the in thing for this Christmas, which is nice. I like Snoopy. We'd actually gone looking for a penguin jumper for Adele. I'm sidetracking myself here a little bit, but I'm in Tesco's, and every year, I think for the past 20 years, yeah, she might have been about 10 when she had her first Christmas jumper, I've gone to Tesco's just before her birthday to get her a penguin jumper. And this year there was not a penguin jumper. The clothes section, the Christmas clothes section, was somewhat smaller, which I was surprised at. And they'd got, Father Christmas, I think a reindeer, and that was it. She was absolutely gutted, I tell you. So I don't know where I'm going to find a Christmas penguin jumper from. I might try Primark because it's a birthday this week. So not even a pair of socks or a pair of pyjamas, a t-shirt. There was nothing penguin-y this year. So yeah, a bit disappointed in that. Oh dear. So yes, I'm going to have to shop around a little bit. So let's get back to the tea tray. So yes, so these are the 2 cushions that I'm doing. I have got some some small baubles. I'm going to see what I can make up with these to go on the tea tray. I'm also going to do another little Santa, but I'm going to do it maybe in a Christmassy fabric. So that's something to keep an eye out for next week. So yeah, I'm going to be this week. I'm not going to do these tonight. I've got a few things to do tonight. Like I said, I've got to do Adele's frocks. But I have been making some embroidered lace. So that is the little angel. So that'll look nice on my little tree. Or I was thinking of when I decorate the window up, because if you watch my other vlogs, you'll have seen I made that wreath with a wire ring and some loopy wool. Well, I've taken that into the house now, and that is hung in the centre of the kitchen window. Looks quite nice, so that's going to stay there. So I think what I might try and do is get a bough of holly to go across the window frame, and then hang some of these decorations, so I can have a look and see what I've got, so I can put the bird on, the angel. I have got a white tree, which I actually like the white tree better than the green one because it'll stand out more. And I've got a little gingerbread man. There he is. He's only tiny, but it's quite cute. What else have I done? So I think that's all. Yes. Oh yes. I've got some to show you a finished thing. I finished my Halloween socks. I managed to finish them last night, so I'm really pleased with them. I've not tried them on yet, but they look really nice. They look like they will fit perfectly. So all I need to do is just finish off the ends that are inside the socks, and I can wear them, because it's sock season now, isn't it? It's getting a little bit chilly out there. So yes. So I'm really pleased with that. The wool was absolutely gorgeous to knit with, and it feels nice. So at least I've got some new Halloween socks for next year. So that's good. So next socks. Well, I'm keeping my next pair of socks in my Robin bag. And I decided, I thought, I'm not starting anything new. So I had a rummage, didn't I? And I found my sock I just started last Christmas. I can't remember what this yarn's called now. It's West Yorkshire Spinners. I don't know. It's a Christmas yarn. So yes. So this is sock 1. So I am just on the gusset now. So I'm going to have to see if I can count my rows and make sure I do the next one the same. So yeah, that's going to be my next sock. So I'm looking forward to getting on with that. I might do a little bit of that tonight. I'm going to try and do, oh gosh, the fluff's coming off it. I'm going to try and do a little bit each day, even if it's only half an hour or 10 rows, something like that. I'm just going to try and sort of do a little bit at a time, because I want to actually do some other things. I'd like to get on with some cross stitch, because I've missed my cross stitch. I haven't done any cross stitch for ages. So I've sorted a project out, which is in here, which I actually took this one on holiday with me, and I think I did 3 rows. That was it. So yes, so that's all I've done. I don't even know if that's it. So that's all I've done on that. So that is going to be in my bag, and I am going to sit and do some of that. I will show you the pattern. I've got it on my magnetic board, and this is actually the pattern for, sorry for the rustling, for the Christmas tomty that Adele designed me last year. So that is the pattern, so I'm looking forward to that, and I've started on the hat. So I'm looking forward to getting on with that. So I'm hoping to get something done tonight. I think I'm going to try and get a lot done tonight, aren't I? Something will go wrong. So yeah, that is that. I'm not sure what else I've got to show you now, to be honest. You know, I just sat here for a moment thinking, I haven't got anything else to share with you. I'm sure I did something else, and I'd sat a few bits over the other side of my sewing room. I don't know. I can't say it's lack of sleep, I'll tell you, because I had lack of sleep on Friday night. Didn't sleep at all Friday night. So it was a fun day Saturday, I tell you. Oh my goodness me. I had to go to work and that, and I just wanted to go back to bed. It was terrible, but I got through the day. I stayed at work an extra hour actually on Saturday, because I'd got a few orders to pack up ready for Monday, and I thought I'll get them done out of the way. There was no rush for me to get home, because obviously Adele and Kevin weren't here. So I did everything I'd got to do, came home. I thought, I'll sit and have a cup of tea, a caffeine one. I had 2 Nescafe double chopped mochas while I was at the shop on Saturday, just to keep me awake. I sat down on the settee. I thought, oh, I'll watch Delia Smith's Christmas. I think I saw about 5 minutes of it, and that was it. So I nodded off to sleep with a cup of tea in my hand, I hasten to add. Yes, and luckily I didn't spill it, but when I woke up, it was at a very close angle, so which wasn't good. Anyhow, it's a good job I did wake up, because it was getting dark at that point, and well, I say I'd been invited. We had been invited round to my eldest lad for some fireworks with the grandkids, but there was only me going because Kevin and Adele weren't back. But they called in on their way back and basically stopped for 10 minutes, picked me up, and we came home. But we had lovely sort of hot dogs, sausages and onions in buns, and there was burgers in buns and chilli and jacket potatoes, hot chocolate, which was really nice. I mean, the evening started off fine. The weather was fine. It was just cold, and then it started raining, didn't it? So by the time we'd done, I'd got a bit wet and I was really cold. So we came home and I thought, well, I've got the shopping to finish off, so I had to do that. And I'm sat on the settee and I'm just nodding off to sleep. And Kevin kept saying to me, go to bed, go to bed. And I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to bed yet. I can't, because I'll wake up too early. Anyhow, I gave in. 9:30, I was in bed and I was spark out. Didn't hear Adele come into the bedroom because she came in to use the printer, and that didn't disturb me. I didn't hear Kevin come to bed. I was fast asleep. And what time did I wake up at? I think it must have been... Well, I sort of woke up when Kevin and Adele left because Kevin come to say goodbye. And I think I nodded back off to sleep till, I don't know, maybe 10 o'clock. And I got up after that and I felt quite rough actually. It's like I'd got... How can I describe it? If anybody's had like too much to drink and you have that sort of feeling, it was like that. Really strange. But it took me all day to come round. And so I basically just sat and did a bit of knitting and housework and just stuff like that, really. And by the time the evening came, I'd perked up a bit, and I didn't go to bed till midnight that night, and yeah, I was fine. Slept well. So, anyhow, let's get back to what I've finished making. I have made a little stuffy gingerbread man. It's the same pattern as the... I'll just get him, excuse me a minute, as my decoration for the tree, but you can see the difference in size. So I've got these hung in my little tree, which is sat just behind the camera, and I decided to make one of the slightly bigger ones, which is a little stuffy. So he will go on the tier tray. I told you it's going to be a mixed one, didn't I? But I like traditional things, but I like sort of new things as well. So the tier tree will be just like the Christmas tree, it'll have everything on it. But no, I really like that. I love that one. So yes, that's what I've been doing. I'll just pop these down a second. And I was sat thinking the other night, well, what else can I make? And Christmas puddings seemed to be quite popular as well this year. And I thought, well, I wonder. So I had a look on Etsy to see what sort of Christmas puddings were out there. And I came across a design and I thought, I can make one of them. So I just found out some fabric. I hadn't got any brown fabric here for the bottom, but you know, when you look on Etsy and places like that, they don't have to be sort of brown fabric. So I quickly made one of them last night. I hadn't got a template for some holly. It was getting late and I thought, I know what I've got. I've got some of the plastic holly, so I cut that apart and hot glued it on with some berries. So that is going to sit lovely on my tier tray. I might even make some big ones to go on the china cabinet. Depends if I've got any fabric, what kind of fabric to use for the base. I do quite fancy like some brown, like a traditional one. Maybe some velvet, that might be nice. I might have a look around the charity shops this week and see if I can find an old jacket or something that's in brown velvet, because you never know, as I only need one for me. But yeah, they would look really nice on the windowsill as well. Maybe have a little collection of three different sizes, something like that. So yeah, that was a nice easy make, and I just cut the white out the best I could. But I'm happy with it. I'm really pleased with it. And the fabric, I don't know if you can see it, but the gold on there is actually metallic. And I've only got a very small piece of this left now. I've sort of been keeping it for a while because I'm not sure, was it Macawa fabric? But it's one you can iron it and you don't have any problems with it. But yeah, that's nice. I've actually got one more thing to show you, and it is a biggish thing. Just pop that down. I actually managed to finish my autumn frame. Pity I couldn't have got it done in October, but it doesn't matter. For now, it can sit on the china cabinet until I've actually got some things to replace it. Because I'm actually thinking of doing something like that for Christmas as well. I'll give myself work. I'll just get it, not be a second. Right, I've got it now. I hope the glass doesn't create glare. But that is it from a distance. Now, if I go in close, that's the light shining. The pumpkin, oops. I've actually put some temporary spray adhesive on the back of it, and it, with the glass being there, it's holding it in place. I've put some lace across the bottom, and the leaves, they look, oh, I don't know, sort of a bit crinkly. And I made a bow in some of the fabric, and I just tore the fabric so it's got that sort of rough look. The leaves, if you've not seen these before, the leaves were done on the embroidery machine, and I've used obviously embroidery threads, and it was like what was it, organza, that was it. So I've used excuse me, orange organza and yellow organza and water soluble stabilizer. So you have to sort of soak the finished leaf in water to get rid of the stabilizer, and then it makes everything go stiff so it holds its shape. Now I like to dry my shapes out on the radiator. I have put them on towels before and regretted it because they stick to the towels if you're not careful, and you get bits of fluff on the back of your project. So I sat these on the radiator this time. It was fine. I think I'd got a bit of card on top of the radiator, then I popped these on. So the next day they were like all curled up, and I'm thinking, oh God, now I've got to iron them. But when I looked at them when they were sat on the desk, I thought that's quite like a leaf shape, you know, when they start to turn brown and they curl up, they're dying. And I thought that's perfect. So I scrunched them up a little bit more, just a tiny bit, just to give them a little bit of a shape. And if you can see, like, they are curling up a little bit. And I just got some hot glue and stuck them around the frame. So it's turned out really well. I'm really pleased with it, and I just need somewhere to keep it actually for the rest of the year. But I think for now it'll sit on the china cabinet. I'm hoping I've got room in my cupboard to store this. I think I will have. But no, I'm really pleased with it. It turned out really well. So if I am going to do a Christmas one, I ought to start planning it now and see if I can get it made for December. But yes. Let me know what you think of it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think I ought to put some vinyl across it, like a little saying or something? I did think of that. Then it would be like the afternoon tea one that I did. But no, I'm really pleased with that. That looks really nice. And like I say, it will sit on the china cabinet and it'll be fine. Out of the way of the cats. because it has got a stand at the back, and yeah, so I hope you like it. Well, I'll just pop this down a second. Oh, there we go. Well, I think that's probably about all I've got to share with you this week. Yes. So, like I say, I'm going to try and get a little bit of sewing done tonight for Adele, a little bit of cross stitch, and a little bit of knitting on my socks. So that should keep me going for the evening, because we are getting, it's 6:15. I didn't realise it was that late. So yeah, so thank you for joining me this week. And I will see you all again next week. Hopefully I'll have a few more projects to show you. So take care everybody, and have a lovely crafty week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.